Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey. My own print-on-demand journey started in middle of November 2020. I've already seen some successes, and today I would like to show you how I use Canva, a web-based or browser-based application, to create a lot of designs quickly. To use Canva, you don't need any, significant design skills. It's quite easy to use, but gives you a lot of flexibility as well. I hope you will like the video. If you do, please leave me a click on the like button and also subscribe to the channel. That would help me a lot, and hopefully you will learn something from my videos about my own print-on-demand journey. So without further wasting any time, I will jump onto my laptop and see you in a few seconds. Thank you, bye. All right, so here I am on the laptop. As I said, I'm going to show you on Canva today how I would create designs. The first step for me is usually, I use a research tool because I use Flying Upload as an upload automation tool. They offer a research tool as well, which I normally use. I'm not sure, however, if I'm allowed to show this here because I've subscribed with them. I sort of get access to their beta version, so I'm not sure if they want this to be, publicly shown. So I show an alternative way to do it. So one way to do is to use bubble trends. So this obviously shows you it shows you like the trending keywords on Redbubble. And I think because Redbubble is one of the key, print-on-demand platforms, it sort of gives you a good indication of current trends. So you can go to Bubble Trends, and I put a link into the description. And then you can choose whatever. You can choose today's date, for example, and you just click submit. And what it then does, it just gives you, I think it ranks you from 1 to 78 in this case. It gives you a rank of all the current trending keywords. And it also gives you, I think, on here, the results. The number of results that you would find on Redbubble if you type in this keyword. So the thing to keep in mind is that a lot of these keywords are like trademarked, and I wouldn't recommend using them. So you need to go for something which is not trademarked. And there's obviously ways to do it, and I'll focus on that in another video. But what you can do here is ideally you want to check, sort of go, start at 1 and then make your way up. But go for keywords which have low results. So I would say, definitely less than 1,000, I would say, because then you have less competition. Now, most of them which are here, they already have, quite a lot of results. But you certainly don't want to go for Funny Happy New Year, which already has 64,000 or 65,000 results. If you create this design, there's little chance that you get found. So, what you could do is, let's see, find something. See, something like this, Fireball made me do it. I don't know, 173 results. This is very low. And I don't know if this might mean it's sort of trademarked. No, this is obviously all stuff that you can check. But, I just want to show you really how you can do it on Redbubble. So really anything on here is sort of trending, and gives you a good indication of what you can go for. So maybe, something like that. Veganuary, it's got 4,000 results, but I think, sort of veganism is really something that's trending, or here social interaction not supported. I think that would rather be just a text-based design, but because we use Canva, I just want to show you how you can quickly create something with this sort of just basic design elements, which then also it looks decent enough that it can sell. Maybe this one, Being a Grandma is my jam. It's got 1,600 results, but it's still not too bad. So if we take that keyword, what I would then do is go to Redbubble just to get an understanding of which designs will sell with this slogan on. How do they look, just to get some inspiration. So what you can do here is, this is obviously Redbubble, so you can type in Being a Grandma is my jam. And then you search, and then sort of these are probably like the designs which are currently sort of on the first page and which are, selling. Just something basic like that, just a sort of pot of jam, being a grandma is my jam. So get some inspiration. It's nothing fancy here, and they seem to sell. So what I then do, I go to Canva. You go to create a design, and you go to custom design. What you want is sort of this 4,500 by 5,400 pixels, which is, I think, the size that works on most of the platforms, right? So what you can then do, there's normally to a design from my point of view. I'm not perfect. Definitely not. I'm just starting really. And in my previous videos, I said, I just really started and I'm still learning. But I get a lot of designs out, and obviously I'm still learning. There's still room for improvement. But what I normally do, to a more sort of complex design, you normally have maybe a top banner, a lower banner as well, sort of a background, and then the actual design element and some text. So if we start with the banners, which I think always look quite good. So you can search for banner here, and then you just look for some which might work quite well. You can try to put this one on top. Maybe here somewhere. I'd always try to maximize the size if possible, because the larger the size, people will click on it when they search for these. Now this could be down here, and again try to sort of maximize the size. Maybe I'll just have a quick look if I find something else which looks different or better. This looks like it would work better with that one, but no, the line is too thin. Alright, but it gives you an idea, what's possible, what's out there. They've got lots of these different banners, and they work for different kinds of designs. Actually, I like this one, so I'll delete this one. And this one looks quite good. So what you can do, this looks like not really black, but I think black would work quite well. So you can change the color of it, right? So what you can then do is, I think the top banner doesn't really go with that one really well. So I'm just trying to find another one. I think these would work quite well together. And what I actually do, I'll delete this one. I will rotate this. Right, and then you've got your top element and the lower element. What you then do, or what I normally do, is you find your well, another thing I do is I click on the background here and I make it black, just because most t-shirts that I sell, they are black. So or most t-shirts that generally sell, they have darker colors. So you want to get a better understanding of how it will look like. Well, the next thing is then to look for the actual design elements. So I look for jam and maybe something like that. And again, this will just be a very simple design, but this looks like sort of off-white color. So you can either, I think you can probably make it white here, or what probably might also look good is if you make this a different color, and you can actually, which is an advantage of Canva. So if you click on this, it already automatically recognizes the colors on here. So you can just select the same color here, and it changes the color of the banner. which is quite good and easy and straightforward. And then I'll add some text. So I'll add some text, and you can just either here you can select some of these templates here, but you can modify and change them, so that's not a problem. So if I just go to this one, and it just adds it to the design I didn't want to add to, and then what you can do is you can just change it to black first, and then I can change the text to, let's say, being a, right? You can sort of change everything you want to change, being a. So and then you can put, I copy this design element once more, and I think we'll put grandma on here, grandma, and then is my jam can go here. Is my jam. Now this doesn't fit, obviously, so what you want to do is you can go to effects here, and you can change, you can go to curve, which then allows you to, you know, sort of create this curve effect, and you can just resize the text so that it perfectly fits this banner. Again, you know, I don't do this, I just want to do a short video, so I won't do it to perfection here. Right, so maybe a bit smaller. Being a, right? This will be grandma. It doesn't really, I think this font type doesn't really work very well on here. So what you want is one which is quite high, like a condensed one. I don't really know if I find one quickly. I haven't really prepared for this video, but yeah, I mean, I think this one, you would want a bit more playful one, but anyway, I'll go with this one now. So what you do, you can say change the size. You want it really as large as possible. And because now this sort of jam pot is at a slight angle, you can obviously change the angle of the text as well slightly. You can even sort of, if you want, do a bit of a curved effect, but don't do this now. There was still an echo effect on here. Now what you could do, you can change the distance between the letters slightly, reduce it, so it allows you to make the text a bit larger. Right, so grandma. And then what you do is, so this was God, sorry, so I'll just change this one to the same, oh, it is the same text. I'll just add this curve effect. I'll do it in here. Need to move it up. Whoops. Now that's disappeared now. There it is. And then I think I need to do a bit, make it a bit smaller. Now and again, what you can do is you can reduce the size of the or the distance between the letters. And I do this here again. And I think it still looks good, but it allows you again to make the text a bit larger. You know, you can do what you want here, and you can even do it up here as well, but I think I'll leave it like that. I'm not really happy with these fonts, but you know, with this font type, but you can obviously change it if you want to. And this already, you know, I probably would, you know, maybe move it all a bit closer. Oops, didn't want to select the banner. So just move it up a little bit closer. So it all looks a bit more compact. Right, now what you could also do, is you could add a background if you want to. Now I'm not sure how well this works here, but you know what normally sells quite well is those sort of any sunset background. So I don't really know how well this works with this one, but if you look at these designs, I mean, this one here seems to have like a sunset background, which is quite nice. And you can get these from All Sunsets, and I'll put a link into the description again, because I have a subscription with them as well. But no, the other ones don't. So maybe with this one, you don't really need a background. So this is a basic design, and you could just upload it now. I mean, it's not perfect, and I would probably tweak it here and there, but I don't want to make the video very long. But it is something which works. So what you can then do, you can just click on download. Did it take download? You click transparent background, which is what you need if you want to upload it to onto a t-shirt, and then you click download, and it just downloads it. Right, it prepares it, and then you can just download it. Now, to increase the number of designs that you have, so what you can do is you can just delete this one and then add another sort of pot of jam, or just change it slightly. What you could do is you could add, it's a bit slow today, but you could add this one, and then maybe change the text. Right, you can move this text down. You could change it to white or to this off-white. Resize this one. Put a curve effect on here again. So something like that. Just change the direction of it a little bit, and then just resize it and put it into position and tweak it a little bit. And then, you already have your next design. And this allows you just to create many designs quickly. It's a very quick way to do it. I mean, maybe it's not the best example here, but I think, you've got a decent design. There's many designs out there which are just worse. There are many which are better as well, probably. But it's all about, how much, and I'm obviously still learning. So obviously I have no intention here to say that I'm perfect. I make very good designs, but I know I had successes with designs. I know they are selling. I'm still learning. And I just want to show you how you can create designs quickly. So this is obviously one way to do it. And, with this, you can easily get to like 20 designs a day or even more. I mean, I always try to get to the 60 because it allows me to max out the Redbubble maximum uploads per day, the maximum upload limit. But yeah, 60 is quite a lot, and it takes a bit of time. But yeah, so you do this, and what you can then also do, you sort of save this as a template, and then you've got your sort of banners set up, and this design you can use it later, and you can use this design for all sorts of different niches. So you can use it for volleyball. You can put in here just a girl who loves volleyball, and then you add the right image to it, the matching image. So right, I don't want to talk about this any longer. So how do I upload it then? Right, I go into Flying Upload, which is my upload tool that I use. Normally I wouldn't just use this just for one design. I would rather wait until I have like 20, 30, 40 different designs created and then start it. But just to show you, this is the upload tool, and Flying Upload, they do have some tutorials on YouTube which are quite good. And so to start, I mean, there's some options here. What you need to do, you have to put some information in from the different websites that you've registered with, so that the tool then logs you in automatically when it does the uploads. And some of them also require templates. So for example, Redbubble requires you to create a template that you can then use and put into their software. So it just copies it. And then what you need to do is you need to always keep the size of your design at the same size. So it can use the upload and just copy it, and it will still look very good on the project, on the product. All right. So how do I do it? I go to just my download folder. Right. I'll just copy this into here. Now, and then you can see your design here. And what you can then do is give it a title. So ideally just being a grandma is my jam. You give it a description. So it could be just anything like, or add some fun to your wardrobe with this design. That is perfect for every grandma. Now you can obviously add a bit more. So the tags, this tool gives you some keyword ideas. So I go for jam or grandma jam. See, it even comes up as being a grandma is my jam. Cute jam quote, being a grandma quote, cute jam jar, fun grandma, a grandma. So you can just use these. And then I always upload for men, women, and youth. This one doesn't really make sense for men, but you can do it or not. I normally select black, which is just a basic template. And what you then do, this is then saved. So what Flying Upload does, what I will now have in my upload folder is not just this PNG file of the image. It will also create an XML file. And you always have to have that XML file and the PNG file in one folder. But the XML file stores all the information in here. So it also is great because it shows you that it shows you all these different platforms here. And when it's uploaded to one platform, it will highlight this platform here in color. So that way I can always perfectly manage my uploads, and I will have an understanding at a later stage to which platform I have already uploaded this design. So it's really good. So you will then go to upload, and these are all the different platforms they've got. So I can now just click on, let's say, Redbubble, and it will just start the upload in the background. And it may just take, half a minute or so, and then the upload will be done. So I'm not going to start this here now because I don't want to upload this design. It was just really for, just for the purpose of showing you how to do it. And that's how I do it. That's how I upload my designs. That's how I create and upload my designs. And obviously I'm still learning. If you have any tips for me, I'd be really happy and grateful for that. Just put them into the comments. I hope you liked the video. If it helped you or if you liked it, please give me a click on the like button. Subscribe to the channel because I try to put out a lot of good content and try to give you some tutorials, show you how I do it, share my learnings, and hopefully it will help you too, and will be interesting. So yeah, please give me a click on the like button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, thank you and see you next time. Thank you, bye.